Welcome back, everybody, to the Bench Seat Podcast. I'm George Niang. This is my co-host, Kevin Spees. And we are so blessed today. To have our second guest on this podcast. The one, the only, the Cleveland Cavalier himself, Darius
Let's give it up for
Garland.
DG.
Give it up for DG.
Y'all are hilarious.
DG, honestly, we really do appreciate you coming on the podcast because, you know, you do have a lot of good things that you have to be doing for yourself here, getting into the playoffs. But you took some time out to, you know, come hang
I think
out
both
with
of you
us.
guys just got a workout in, right? You guys are putting work in.
Whoa.
So it's not like your guys are slumping.
No,
You're not taking the week off. You're putting work in.
We're definitely not.
We're definitely working.
That's good stuff. Before we get into it all, I want to ask you a little bit. We were talking, you grew up in Gary, Indiana.
Yep.
What was that like? I know you weren't there were you there? You were there until like high school?
Middle school, right?
Like seventh grade.
What was like that like growing up in Gary, Indiana? I'm a Midwest kid too, so
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Michael Jackson is also from Gary, Indiana. So
do you want to give us a rundown of your favorite Michael Jackson song?
What's your favorite Michael
I
Jackson
want
song?
to love you, PYT. No, but I'm just letting you know a lot of great people come from Gary, Indiana. But yeah, what was it like growing up in Gary, Indiana?
It was rough.
Yeah.
Like the city is just, my parents always say it's not the same like when they was growing up.
Yeah.
So
Did it get worse from like, or I don't want to say worse, but like, was there more like tough things happening, you know, like from when they grew up to where you grew up?
yeah, definitely tougher. But that's just like our generation right now, to be honest with you. Just some wild kids just trying to figure out life at that point.
And you have like a big family. You have like 4 brothers.
I got 2 brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 older brothers. I'm the youngest, and my mom and my dad.
Damn. So I also grew up in a household with 2 brothers. A lot of testosterone.
For sure.
Are you the youngest?
Yeah.
Okay, me as well.
Yeah,
You didn't experience
You got
that.
beat. Listen, I grew up for 13 years of my life. I was an only child, and I'm the oldest, so I was spoiled.
So you're you are an only child. You could.
No, I have a brother. I'm not that
but-
privileged.
But you are the only child
Yeah,
at this
you're
point.
right.
Yeah.
I am with, you know. But I also grew up, you know, I was a superstar. My mom said that, you know, she didn't want to have any other kids because I was just so great.
Damn, that's cool.
Wow. Shout out, moms.
I feel like the youngest by the time, and I'm a father too now. My youngest, like the truth is, you don't give them the same attention as the older ones.
Really?
Oh, bro, like. I don't want to say I feel bad because it's like my son, but like you have the first one and you're like worried about him. Then you have the like, especially when they're newborns, you're like,
Sheesh.
I mean, they're newborns. What like they can't talk or anything, so you just feed them and wipe them when they shit. And it's like,
Damn.
Anyways, moving on. The boys
think
are
that's bad.
The boys don't have any kids over here, so I can't relate. But that's pretty.
that's-
so anyway, did
impressive.
you fight for attention or were you guys like all cool? Did you get along? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, me and my brother is 10 years apart. So like when I was growing up, when I was like 6 or 7, he was going to college.
Yeah.
So I was spoiled. I was
Oh yeah.
the
So
baby.
you're kind of only child in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now like my older brother's like my keeper. Like he's my watcher type.
That's
vibe.
You know
So,
what that means?
Yeah.
Yo, mess with me, I'm gonna go get big, bro.
Facts. You know what time it is.
Yeah. No, but with that being said, people who don't know, you know, your story, your dad played in the NBA. I think it was 7 seasons.
Yeah.
What was that like growing up? I mean, obviously basketball was probably implemented just because I think being an NBA player, we know, you know, we want our kid to play basketball. So was that forced upon you, or did you play a bunch of other sports, or was it just basketball was around and it's kind of what I did?
I mean, basketball was like my first love, but I played baseball all my life. Baseball was actually like my first sport that I really wanted to like take far, to be honest with you.
Damn.
But yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
little,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Hanley
You know what I'm
Ramirez
saying?
over here. Man. What position you play?
I play shortstop and pitcher.
Oh yeah. So you know that's
so
the
I'm
best.
grabbing, you know.
Yeah.
I'm moving around a lot. So yeah, baseball. I tried out football for a year.
No.
That wasn't
Was
it
it for you?
Yeah, that was.
Let me tell you something about football. I stopped playing football.
Did you play?
Yes, I did. 8th grade, and then, you know, because they had a weight limit back. I don't know if I had trouble making the weight limit.
For real?
I don't want to talk
I want to see the
about
baby pick.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, there's a hockey one that's really good.
We'll have some
Oh, yeah.
pictures for you later in the podcast. But that being said, my freshman year, we started practicing, and it was up in New England, and it was in October. And when I had to start sticking my hands down my pants to keep them warm,
Oh man. Well, that's why football sucks.
Football was done with me.
Football, you go from August where it's hot as shit and you're like dying, like dehydration, to then like if you make it to the playoffs and stuff, you're playing all the way through November sometimes in Chicago, in Massachusetts. It is. I remember putting a helmet on and it being like a rock. Like it doesn't even fit on your head. It's so cold.
Yeah. What position did you play though?
Wide receiver.
Oh yeah, you're probably nice though, right?
Yeah. He looks like he has a lot more athletic ability than
Well, he does. Speaking, then you also had an illustrious high school career.
Yeah.
What was it like being? Because we talked about with.
Just say it. 3-time Gatorade Player of the Year. What is it like to be that dude?
Well, Mr. Tennessee
What's
basketball,
that
right?
dude?
Like 3-time Mr. Tennessee, which is crazy. And I think there's only one other person that's done that.
Yeah.
So,
be
yeah.
right, Brandon Wright.
Yeah,
And we
well-
went to the same school.
Vandy.
No, Brentwood Academy.
Brentwood
High school.
Academy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about like the private school vibe.
Private school.
Private school, you know.
Because
Cranbrook.
Tyrese is a public school kid, and like that part of the country, people don't really get plucked to private schools. How early on did you know you were going to go to a private school, and like what was that kind of process like, making that decision to like go private instead of staying at the public school?
It was really no decision. I was
Yeah.
going private from the jump.
From always.
Yeah, because I was in public school in Gary, and it was just bad. Like
Public school in Gary,
And
private school in Nashville.
It was
Yeah.
totally
Gary, Indiana,
different.
we got love for you.
Yeah,
but-
we got love. We got a lot of love for y'all, but it's definitely not the same. It's totally opposite.
Was it hard like academically there when you got there? Because I'm sure totally different, almost like a culture shock probably.
It was definitely a culture shock.
Yeah.
Wait, we actually have to go to class here? No, I'm just kidding. That was a little
That's
too much.
crazy, yeah.
I take that back. But Darius, honestly, you took a unique route. I mean, you were top 10, I think?
Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Oh,
Chill,
top
bro.
five,
Stop
top
playing.
5,
Yeah,
top 5, top 5.
Come on, stop playing.
I'll come correct. You were a McDonald's All-American. You know, at that time, I think there was probably 2017, 28.
My draft was 2019.
Okay, so
2018.
2018.
graduated, yeah.
And you probably, probably could have gone anywhere in the country, and you decided to stay right at home and go to Vanderbilt. Kind of off the cusp. I
Yeah.
mean, not a lot of top 5 recruits go to Vanderbilt. You were the highest one to go there. What was your decision, and why did you want to stay at home, even if it was only for 2 seconds?
Why are you laughing?
No, what made you want to go to Vanderbilt, when you're a top 5 recruit? Because let me be honest with you, I was top 5. Kentucky, hello. Duke, hello. UNC, and you had all those offers, but you decided to kind of go a different route?
Yeah. At that time, like, I was getting recruited by like a whole bunch of prep schools too. At that point, like
okay.
high school, like Montford.
Yeah.
Prolific Prep was like starting to come up a little bit, and like in my mind, I was just like, why wouldn't I just make my own legacy, like at any school I went to?
Yeah.
So I stayed in high school for all 4 years.
Right.
Stayed at Vandy for a couple
2
months.
2 seconds.
all
We'll get to
my
that
teams.
after this. Don't you worry.
So yeah, like it was just stay at home and just being around my family. And then Coach Drew, he's from Indiana. We had the Indiana connection. I met him a couple times. Went to a couple of Valpo camps when he was at Valpo.
Those
and
Valparaiso guys, man.
Valpo.
yeah, so it was just the Indiana ties, and I mean he had a real good plan for me just to make my dream successful.
Do you have any like? Obviously, it didn't go the way you planned. Is there like? Did you have goals that you set out for college that you wanted to like achieve? And what were some of those goals?
Win a national championship, of course.
Yeah.
Win SEC Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year. But yeah, unfortunately, I
You
couldn't.
God has
know
other
how
plans,
life
I
goes.
guess.
You come up with a plan, and then
Man.
God crinkles up the paper and throws it out. I mean, you ended up, I think you tore your meniscus 5 games into your college career, and then I think we all knew what you were capable of, and it's unfortunate that you didn't get to partake in the NCAA, which would have had you playing for free, which I would hate to see that.
Well, there was no NIL.
It's
So you-
crazy.
Yeah,
No
so-
NIL.
So that was. Oh yeah, I guess. Shit.
So you avoided that. My
You
boy,
know?
never playing for free.
You know?
We pay.
Hey, man.
So talk to us about that process. So you go to college, like your season ends up being short. You're a college dropout. We called Tyrese Halliburton a college dropout. You're
Yeah.
a college dropout too,
For
but
sure.
you have millions in the bank, so you're blessed.
So
I was a dropout too, but I went back.
Yeah.
So I'm no longer a dropout. I was a
You
dropout.
need help. He's golden.
Yeah, I still had to
my
pay
God.
for college.
And So what was that like? You leave school. I mean, how many classes did you even attend? Was it like 4? Or are
Can you count on the hands how many classes we went to?
Yeah, we can count on my hands for sure.
So, okay, under 5.
Did you ever do homework? Did you write a paper? Did you ever write a paper in college? That's crazy, right? Like,
No, but look though.
because by the time papers are due, it's like end of November. You probably already got hurt.
I had some tough classes though.
Yeah.
So like I went to
Vanderbilt's a good
Vanderbilt.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Vanderbilt's
Vanderbilt,
really good,
you
yeah.
really had to go to school. Like you
Yeah.
had to go to class. Like it was checkers there at every class and everything.
Oh, really? To make sure you go?
Yes.
Oh,
So I definitely went to like my 5 classes, but
Yeah.
You
Like,
didn't
I
stay
went
long
doing
enough
the
for
work.
finals, though, did you?
one teacher made me do a final like when I got out the hospital, and I told her, I'm like, bro,
No way.
I'm literally coming out of surgery. You want me to finish this final by tomorrow?
Did you actually do it? You're
No,
like, nah.
not at all.
Honestly, respect to him, because if that was me, I would have told that teacher something crazy.
Did you ever bug out on a professor? Were you a respectful kid, or did you ever bug out?
Because I was so paranoid about what was gonna happen. Like, things weren't like written for me. It was like, all right, this pudgy kid walking into class, like you could easily go one of 2 ways. You could be working at a convenience store, or you could be playing professional basketball. So, Mr. Niang, I would tread lightly with the words that you're using right now.
Did you feel that way, or like I always wonder because I went to Temple for a couple years, and it's like those kids were Division I basketball players, but they weren't like NBA prospects.
Yeah. Right.
But they got special treatment, especially the football guys. Like you would sit next to them in class, they wouldn't show up for like weeks. Like how much pressure from like the program is on you to make sure you're on point in classes?
Yeah, they gonna make sure you're there.
They are,
and like on top of stuff for sure. It was
This is the same in Iowa State.
It was crazy to
Yeah.
be honest with you how much like they were on us. Like we had to go to study hall every week for 8 hours.
Wow.
8 hours a week.
8 hours a week. So like I would start on Sunday, I was sitting there all Sunday.
Oh yeah, you would.
And like I was sitting there for like 5-6 hours, go to the gym, go right back to the dorm.
Damn.
Yeah, it was.
So as long as you get your 8 hours in, you're good. It
You're
doesn't
good.
matter when you do it.
Yeah, you're good.
And then after that ended, you took a unique approach, right? Most guys kind of can play out their year. What did you do once you were like, all right, I know I'm going to enter the draft? Like, what did that look like? Did you stay in Nashville? We all know that, you signed with Clutch, which is, a heck of an agency. Mm-hmm. What was that preparation before the draft? Because, there's a little bit of unknown with, you being highly ranked and then not being able to play and show it, but people still knowing that you've done enough body of work to be a top 5 pick. So what did your day in, day out process look like?
For the first part, I was in Nashville for a little bit.
Yeah.
I was just lifting, and then I went to Atlanta to rehab at P3. Mm-hmm. So I did most of my rehab there.
And when you go there, you get put up in like an apartment complex. What's the like day to day on that? Are you like?
I had to buy my own apartment at that time.
You did?
Yeah. So it's me and my brother, and
What?
We love that.
Yeah, family ties.
The mob. The
it was
gang.
crazy. Yeah, the gang had to come with me. So moved to Atlanta, went to P3 every day. Then I started like getting off my crutches a little bit around that time. So
Okay.
signed with Clutch in like February. Moved out to LA with Rich. I lived in Rich house for like 3 months.
No way.
Yeah.
And were you just finishing the rehab and working out there too?
I started working out at Sports Rehab LA.
Okay.
With Dr. Pat. Shout out Dr. Pat.
Yeah. shout out
Dr. Pat, you got our boy right.
Yeah, he got me
he's
right.
got
Gotta
us
get
to
my
the
back
playoffs.
right, Dr. Pat. I think I have a weak core, but I'm working on it.
Yo.
I have a little bit of a weak core and shaped a little bit like a pear. Anyway, continue. So you were out in LA just like working,
Yeah.
and that's what, like March?
Yeah, that's March. Yeah, March. Because I started around the tournament.
Yeah,
So
okay.
then I still wasn't doing like any basketball activities. And that's what a lot of people don't know. Like
Oh, really?
I was barely walking and stuff when like coaches and like GM started coming around.
Yeah.
Like I just had started walking, like kind of jogging a little bit. So my draft process was
Fucked
it was
up.
it was
Were
messed
you
up
worried?
for sure.
Did you have like no idea? I mean, obviously there's like mock drafts and shit, but was there a range of where you thought you could have gone, and how big was that range? Were you like, damn, I could go 20? Or were you kind of like, no, I'm not going to go 20?
Rich kept telling me I was going 1 through 10 for sure.
Okay.
Really 1 through 6.
Okay. And you
Yeah,
felt
1 through
good about
6.
that, but were you worried? Because you're like, man, I'm not hooping right now. Like,
I was definitely worried because
Yeah.
that's when Zion was going crazy. Ja had that crazy buzz at Murray State when he was going off. RJ at Duke.
Yeah.
That's when Jared Cover had that national championship run with Texas Tech.
Yeah, so all those guys were creeping up.
Getting hot.
DeAndre Hunter was in my draft with Virginia.
Because I remember Zion going into that year, like, wasn't a top 10 pick, if I remember, and then went crazy, and then all of a sudden it was like talking about possibly number one.
Yeah, he's definitely going number one.
Yeah.
So, like, that whole entire time, I'm watching Darius Baisley and Taylor Horton-Tucker on the other end just doing crazy workouts, and I'm just doing form shots, like in a chair.
Yeah.
So literally, like a month after that, I started jogging. That's when all the GMs and stuff started coming in, and my drive workouts was 15 minutes max.
That's it.
That's it. I'm doing spot shots and a little bit of ball handling, and I'm cutting everything.
So are GMs just leaning on high school film and like the little film you put down in college?
Yeah, they was leaning on my Hoop Summit.
Yeah.
McDonald's practices, Jordan Brand Classic, and really my USC game when I was at Vandy, because I was against Kevin Porter Jr. and they were like top 25 in the country at that time.
Were you guys the same draft? You and KPJ?
Yep.
And it's crazy because, like, you talk about your journey, like, it has never been easy. Like, from, looking back at it, it seems like it's been crazy the whole time, because then
even in the pros,
you get drafted. Top five. You get drafted top 5. You get drafted to the Cavaliers, who had just recently drafted Colin Sexton. So think about it. He's going through all that. I'm a point guard. Colin Sexton's a point guard. You guys kind of have to figure that out. Then from there on,
awkward? Like this, I've always want to ask this because you don't answer however.
No.
Everybody
Rich,
always asks that.
Hold on, I know you want your client to answer this politically right way. Nah,
but like I could imagine, bro. Like I get hired for a job and I walk in and the person that has that job is just like there. I'm like, what's up, bro? Like
you're the VP of sales. I'm the VP of sales. You're the point guard. I'm the point guard.
Is it weird? And like, how was your guys' relationship? What was that like?
It wasn't even weird at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like the relationship was super cool. Like we used to talk every day, and it wasn't even about basketball stuff, because he knew, like, he was a sophomore. That was his second year, so like he knew what I was going through. Like I literally got thrown into the fire, and just literally coming from high school to the pros at this point.
Yeah.
So, and then when you think about it, now that I'm processing all this, then Beeline was your first coach.
Yeah,
Beeline
so we're both rookies. We're both rookies at this point too. Beeline first year, my first year.
Right. So it's just a huge transition period for the first year
for the entire organization at this point.
Yeah,
because they lost LeBron, and now you're kind of sieving through that. And then was it the following year that you kind of take a leap, right? And then your third year is when you
All-Star, right?
All-Star 2022.
Yeah.
How crazy was that? Did you think? I mean, I'm sure you always thought you were going to be an all-star, right? Like you got to have that killer mentality. Did you think it would happen that quick?
No, I wasn't expecting it at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and what do you think like led to that? Just like you felt free, like hoops wise. What do you think was just a good situation, or like?
It was a good situation. I'll call it that.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody got hurt early in the season.
We'll call a spade a spade. I mean, Colin Sexton gets hurt. And like I was talking about, is you have those 2 point guards, and now one of them gets to have the ball in their hands, and it's no ill will. It's just a reality.
No, it's just what happens.
When you're a point guard and you can have the ball in your hands and you could feel free with not a lot of pressure, and then the real impressive thing is like you had the ball in your hands and you performed. Like a lot of people can talk about, I got to share the court, and then they're given the ball,
and then they don't do anything with it.
Yeah, nothing happens. You went and became an all-star, which is honestly impressive. And then that leads me to kind of this segue of when we were in Utah this past year. Obviously people are going to talk shit. I mean, it's the game of basketball.
Right.
That's what, you grow
That's
up.
what you do, bro.
You grow up and talk, don't
Which
worry.
is surprising.
I know.
Oh, I love that.
love it,
when
though.
you went crazy on TJ, I was like, yes, sir.
I did that, and we're out in Utah, and Colin had something to say to Darius. So, Darius kind of brushed it off because it was like, Utah, I don't think at that point was really trying to win. And so I got in the game late in the game, and I posted up Colin and scored. But I walked by and did like the too small.
Okay.
And like I played in Utah, and they were like ultimately booing me. And I'm running down the court, and I'm like, I did that for you. And he's laughing as everybody's like.
Do you feel
booing
good
me.
like when he does that? Because like, are you a shit talker or not really?
when he starts, I'll start.
You'll start going.
Yeah.
But it's got to feel good that, like, your boy's got your back. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm going to fucking do this.
Right.
Like, yeah.
That's why this is my guy. This is my twin right here.
Twin.
Right
you guys look a little bit alike, too, honestly. To be honest with you.
Who you look like this? Welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? No, but the crazy part is we didn't even, like, obviously you know who you play against in the NBA. But after I signed with the Cavs, I was in LA and I'm walking out my front door because I was going to go take an Uber to go, see my people and celebrate. And I'm like trying to flag down this black Chevy Suburban, and I'm flagging it down, and I'm looking down at my phone as it's gonna like come pick me up. And the window rolls down, and it's Darius. We have never met before. He was
No
like,
shit. And you just found out that he signed or whatever?
was like
I literally got off
601.
the phone with Kobe right before I pulled up. Literally.
shit.
Yeah, I
And he
literally
was
hung
like,
up.
he was like, "What's up, motherfucker?" And I was like, "Yo, like I just signed with the Cavs." He's like, "I know." And he's like, "I live down the street." It was like we were neighbors for like a month and a half and didn't even know it. And then next thing you know how the LA scene gets. We're in Hyde.
Oh, you guys went right out to right there? Or
No, I think it was like
later,
a day or two later, and I was like, "Oh, let me show my boy." And then I thought I was doing big things, and this is when my financial advisor probably got upset with me. Is I sent him over a bottle with a sign that was like the mother effing land. And sent it over to him. Yeah.
That's cool as fuck.
It was
is
dope.
pretty cool.
It was super dope. I'm like, I'm gonna mess with my boy right there.
So
That's why I knew.
So then, since then, we've
Just boys.
We've been known to hang out a little bit.
Yeah, that's got to be a cool feeling. Like, and I'm sure the opposite happens too, where like sometimes in the NBA, obviously you've been on one team, you've been on a couple, where you go to a squad and there's like somebody like Pat Bev and Damian Lillard had a little beef. Yeah. And then now you got to be on the same squad together. I'm sure everybody can like chalk it up to like it's basketball, whatever. But I'm sure there's got to be some times where it's like
some grown man talk.
Right. It's definitely got to.
And you've had a lot of teammates since you've been here too.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people go and come back.
Yeah. Is that? I'm sure that's difficult. Like, how do you stay kind of even keeled with what's seemingly a lot of transition in the? I mean, you guys are playing great basketball now, but there's been a lot of transition happening. Like, how do you stay even keeled to make sure, like, despite this transition, despite the whirlwind, I'm going to stay, like, focused?
I mean, it's just the guys around me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, they make it fun. So, like, it's not even, it doesn't feel like a job for real.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's always joking around. Trish is always joking around.
Is he the like, locker room, like, clown? Like, is he, like, the guy that's, like, always joking the most?
Me and Tristan, Bash Bros.
Is that true?
Bros?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you got to keep it lighthearted, and you got to have a sense of seriousness about it. Of course. I mean, Darius gets paid a lot of money to do a really big job, so he doesn't have time all the time to be like joking around. He has to be like serious for most of the time, where I'm allowed to kind of be lighthearted and, joke around. And I feel like me and Tristan and a bunch of guys take pride in being those lighthearted guys to lighten up the mood, because at the end of the day, we once played this game, for free.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And we actually used to pay people or go to the YMCA to play this game. So let's never forget that.
And it just seems like any work environment is better when people are having fun.
Yeah.
And speaking of fun, you guys got invited out to the Guardians game. That seemed like a good time.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Have you guys been invited to a Browns game? Like, what's it like in the city? They're passionate fans here. Is it fun going out to like other sports to see, like the other cities' teams?
Yeah, it is for sure. I think the Guardians games are crazy. I'm not gonna lie, especially playoff games. The Browns stadium's always lit.
Yeah,
and it's
like
Sunday.
right downtown. All the stadiums are right down here, which seems like it's
a lot
awesome.
of people walk from back to forth. Like Sunday, it was a lot of people that came to our game and just walked over to the Guardians. And
oh no shit! Yeah, because you guys played in the day that. Right?
Yeah.
So,
and you've got to experience it for 5 years now.
Yeah, 5.
So now are you full blown like Browns, Guardians? Obviously, you have to like the Cavaliers,
Yeah,
to sign your checks.
No, for sure. I'm definitely a Browns fan. I'm a Guardians fan. So
yeah. Is there a favorite athlete in Cleveland that's not on the Cavaliers? That's like your boy, or like you, maybe even from afar, you're like, oh, that dude. I like the way he does.
Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Miles is my man. Trisha McKenzie, that's my guy. Jose is super cool.
Yep.
Ramirez.
Miles can hoop too, right?
Yeah, he's huge, and he has some bounce.
Yeah. Does he got like shit in his game or not really?
No,
like,
no, nothing.
Yeah, but he's crazy.
Yeah, he's going to dunk you. He's
No,
like Zion.
You know the football players, they're out there.
yeah.
They look
Facts.
jacked. They don't have like
have
the
nothing.
coordination.
And I need them all on my team. When I was a school coach, I needed that guy. Like, give me that kid, whoever the fuck. Give me the DN, bro. I want him. I had a lacrosse player that was just like a bash brother with long hair, and he would just rock kids. I'm like, yeah, dude, I need that guy on my team.
We need some people like that on the team. You know?
Always.
Yeah,
You have to.
sometimes you need someone on your team to let the other player know that, like,
Right.
it ain't going down like this.
Facts.
Oh, and by the way, if he catches a breakaway,
Oh.
they do that two-handed, and then they just dunk it. Oh my god,
That's crazy.
Monkey dunk.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are professional athletes, obviously, and are at the top of the athletic world. But it's got to be crazy to see dudes like that are just absolute monsters.
Yeah.
Like shredded and huge and crazy athletic. It's like, how does that even happen? You know?
no, it's wild. We know you're the guy that loves high school sports, so you.
Dude, I
probably
just
can-
love sports. I love when guys take their shirt off and play basketball, dude. It's fucking just
Sweaty
so
and
sick.
so, okay.
Yeah, dude, I freaking love it so
right.
much. Speaking of great athletes, Blake Griffin retired. Any thoughts on, did you like, because you were probably watching Blake Griffin when you were like younger, right? Because
Yeah.
like 2009, 10.
Lob
I was
City.
like 22. Did you, Lob City, did you
Yeah.
watch a lot of those like Clippers games? Did you have a favorite team back then? Or?
I was a huge Chris Paul fan, so I was
Yeah.
watching a lot of Clippers game.
Yeah.
And then that pick and roll stuff he was doing with Blake and DeAndre Jordan was crazy. So
Crazy.
Him and
Yeah.
Jamal Crawford is like up there on the list for me.
Yeah, Jamal Crawford's a dog.
Yeah.
It makes me feel very old. This was the first retirement that I was like, fuck. He didn't retire because like Andrew Luck retired in my adult life, but it was like, oh, he retired early. Blake Griffin had a whole career.
Literally.
Yeah, and
14 years.
like a
14
great
years.
career, bro.
Yeah.
6-time All-Star, something like that. So congratulations to Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
But it did make me feel old. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I think we were the same high school class, or maybe he was like a year younger than me.
Dang.
I know, bro.
Wait, congratulations to you. All 82?
You know,
Let's go,
tough.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yes,
Iron
sir.
Man.
Are you the only one on the squad?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you say that. You know, I just, I'm injured. I rub some dirt on it, and I get up and I just keep going.
How hard is that to play 82 games? Is it hard? Is this the first time?
I mean, I've just been lucky enough that, as you see Darius out on the court, you see how fast he moves. When you're truly blessed to be slow,
Yeah.
you don't ever have to worry about moving too fast to hurt yourself or run fast enough to break your jaw or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that like, man?
My man was
that's
Kanye
a tough
Titta.
one, yeah. Through the wire.
I'm
through the
really
limit,
Kanye, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say that, but like,
No.
Yo,
shout out
anyway,
Ye, man.
Yeah, shout out Ye.
Yeah, bro. I'm a college dropout.
Yep.
Yeah, you are Kanye, bro.
College dropout through the wire.
Yep. Broke his jaw, mouth wired
You
shut.
know the third one?
You drink a Boost for breakfast and an Ensure for dessert?
No, for real.
For real, you were, right?
No, seriously.
Dude, how hard was that? That must have been impossible. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you don't
This
even
man
talk
went to
about it.
Paris.
Really?
This man went to Paris.
Exactly. That's the third one.
Yeah. Oh, in Paris.
Got my Niangs in Paris, and they going with gorillas. Y'all don't even know what that means.
Nobody knows what it
Provocative.
means.
Yeah, but
Wow, bro, you
we
are
would go.
Kanye.
We would go out
That
to.
blows my. That just blew my mind,
Bro, I've
bro.
been saying that to my family since it happened.
Damn. Imagine if you showed up in like a pink polo, like from like the backpack era.
Oh my
Facts.
god! And a
man.
cardigan too.
You know?
Cardigans.
Oh, man.
That'd have been
Yes.
tough.
Yeah, we were in Paris, and this dude was coming out to dinner, and I thought he was joking, but he was telling the waiter, he was like, "Yeah, can I get the chicken parmesan or whatever, or chicken pesto, blended up, so I can get it?" And I'm like,
So you
"Ain't
couldn't
no
spoon
way."
it, right? You just straw.
I was wired, bro. I had to put the straw in the back. Boy.
Damn. I don't know why that's funny. That is funny.
Honestly, that's terrible because
I put the
he
straw
had
in the back.
He had the best temperament, was happy.
Dude, yeah.
If my
Bro.
mouth was wired shut and I couldn't eat, and I do like to eat,
Yeah, me too.
I would be one angry person.
Honestly, I probably should wire my jaw shut so I
Yeah.
could lose a couple pounds.
you
Because
did
I'm
lose
like,
some weight,
I
huh?
lost 12 pounds
yeah,
in a month.
Is that hard? Have you been
Yo.
still trying to get that back?
This
Because then,
this
Yeah.
summer, that's us.
yeah, let's do
Mouth
that.
wired
Fuck
shut.
Ozempic. I'm about to wire my jaw shut. Real rat. You feel me? So what's that like? Like, Are you actively trying to get the weight back, or have you got it back?
No, I'm still trying to get my weight back.
Really? Yeah.
I've been playing ever since. So like I'm eating it and running, playing 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's
I
hard.
could give you some hints on how to get your weight up. Don't worry.
Yeah, what's I think boost for breakfast and insert for dessert is definitely the start.
That's
The start.
actually so. That is actually funny. That you are.
No,
you are
bro.
Kanye.
So
Yeah.
did you guys talk about that? Like this is not a new revelation. Like when did that come to you? Like, damn, I've done everything Kanye West. I guess Kardashian next, or shouldn't talk about that. No, it's probably a weird thing to talk about.
Shout out Coco though.
You what?
Shout out Coco and Tutu.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tutu.
All right, so I do want to ask you because we're both rocking them.
Yeah,
One of my
man.
favorite brands, New Balance. Obviously not a traditionally, or at this point traditionally, but before not a traditionally basketball brand. How's the relationship been like with New Balance? Like, and what brought you there?
The relationship is great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great company.
Yeah.
Very low key, but on the rise.
Yeah.
And they have some great shoes. I mean,
Dude, they span, I feel like every demographic you could find.
everything.
Yeah.
Like these are like hiking shoes.
Yeah. But they're tough.
And you think they like Balenciagas or something, Balenciaga or something,
Yeah.
like some Rick Owens. And like you would never know.
Yeah.
So it's super cool. It's mellow, low key, you know.
I
They
just
get the
don't-
job done.
Yeah.
And on the floor, I mean, they're pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Like they mold your foot and stuff. So
I gotta try. I haven't hooped in them yet. I have a lot of New Balance, as you would suspect, being a suburban white millennial dad.
Yeah, they're dad
Because
shoes.
you know how the New Balance went. They went from like grandpa shoes and they
Right.
started
Yeah.
migrating to their
The dads.
guys like this guy,
Yeah.
dads.
Yeah, but also a little bit stylish, though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
like
not just
stylish
a
dad
not
that
just
used
dad.
to coach
Exactly.
high school sports,
Yeah.
and then they made their way
I'm like
on.
a cool dad. I'm not like a
Right,
normal
cool dad.
dad.
Let's do that one. I
I'm
like
a
that one.
cool
Cool
dad.
dad.
I still wear backwards hats, and
Yeah.
but I
But
did
they're dad
I did put a video out. I don't really know how to wear t-shirts anymore, so all I have are golf polos, which is like. It's a little too white for me, you know. So I want to start getting like the t-shirt game going, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know what t-shirt to go to.
Let's just say, Darius, you have helped the glow up of New Balance.
You have.
That's a
Yeah,
credit
man.
to you. You're a pioneer. You're a
Appreciate
pioneer
it.
with going to Vanderbilt,
Yep.
which the boys love that. The
Boys love it, yeah.
The boys love that you went to Vanderbilt. And then you helped New Balance on the glow up. Speaking of glow ups,
Yeah.
do we have some pictures of?
oh my God.
Yeah, let's speak
bro.
of some
Y'all
gloves. Okay,
serious?
wait, before we get okay.
We're
We
just
wanna
gonna go over. We're gonna show you pictures
We want
of
you
your
to
teammates.
rate. Yeah, we want you to rate their glow up.
Who
okay?
has the best glow up?
So this is not even the earliest glow up we have,
Wait,
but
what?
like so
I'm rating this glow up.
yeah. So meaning like
Max looks.
a lot better now.
Like
so
he
like how
could be-
far did that glow up? If it's like the best glow up, that's a 10. Like damn, you came far.
Yeah.
If
Like you look like you just came from chemistry class.
No, he definitely came from chemistry.
Yeah. You little astronaut, you Max Struess.
What would you rate on a scale of 1 to 10 Max Struess's glow up? Because here he's doing the like flavor saver, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit of a bad look.
He like Zac Efron, little Troy from High School Musical.
He's a good looking fella though.
Get your head in the game. You gotta get your head in the game. Oh my God.
What do you
That's,
got on this?
This glow up,
To where he is now?
from where this is a serious glow up.
I must.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy now.
7.
A 7?
7.
Solid
Nothing wrong
7.
with
That's a
that.
good glow up. Okay, let's see who we got next here.
Isaac hasn't really changed.
Yeah, you ain't got no glow up. You've been
No?
he been the same ever
Yeah.
since.
I think from here, are those braces? I can't tell.
I hope not.
I think those are
No, man,
braces.
y'all braces.
I had braces at 21, which was pretty embarrassing. Anyway, this is a pretty good glow up. I mean, it seems like he's. I think he has the same hair though. Huh?
No, he's shaved the sides and
Yeah,
he's got
the
braids.
now.
Oh, he's got
Yeah,
braids.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So Isaac, I'll give this glow up like a 5.6.
Yeah, 5.
That just means you were a better looking kid. That's all that means. You know, it doesn't mean you're an ugly dude now. It
Yeah,
means
we're
you're a
not
better
saying that.
looking-
Oh my God! Oh my God! This glow up is a 10.
10 for sure. This is 10.
This is
What's that?
Do y'all have the Louisville picture?
I
Or
used to be dusty. Yeah.
I got a Louisville or his rookie picture. We had the Mohawk.
Oh, I did see that when I was looking through the
Yeah,
pictures.
that's
I
a
felt like
10.
we got to go high school because. But yeah.
look at this. Like
This is
I don't know
crazy.
what has happened, but he looks like an avatar right here.
Yeah, I think it's also a
And
bad.
Don, you my guy. You my guy. But you know, now that you all-star Don, all NBA Don,
It's also
He had
the
a glow,
piculated
for sure.
picture is not helping either.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
definitely a 10 though.
all right, so a 10 glow.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got next?
That's Sam.
You can't even tell, right? So-
Hey, what's up? My name's Connor.
Right.
Grew up in Utah.
yeah.
No, this is 11.
Sam Merrill.
Sam Merrill.
So that's a big come up.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
it.
I genuinely couldn't even when I had to double check that this was actually him.
Him and Don are neck and neck. Zach Efron might need to go to him.
Facts. Low
Yeah.
key.
Okay, so we got 11.
This is
a
10.
crazy come up.
This is crazy.
This come up is crazy.
This is stupid.
I love this come up, bro.
Yeah, this is 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
So-
lot has happened in.
If you could, if you could tell this kid now, like, yo, don't worry, bro. Don't worry. In a few years,
we gonna get there,
We're gonna
twin.
get there, twin.
That was my first time at USA. I remember that day vividly.
You do.
Yes.
How old
How
were you
old
here?
are you?
I was 14, 15.
Wait, so you played varsity basketball as an 8th grader?
Yeah.
How? Were you cooking too?
Yeah, I was
All I
cooking.
know is if I was in high school and I was a senior and this dude was cooking me, I would.
What would you
sit
do?
on the
Bro.
bench
Because
and
you were
trip him.
cooking seniors. You
Yeah.
were cooking
You
18-year-old
remember,
dudes.
you remember Andrew Fleming? He went to Iowa.
Oh,
and
Andrew
you gave him
Francis.
Bucky's?
No, not Francis.
Andrew-
Fleming.
No, I don't know.
Iowa. And you gave him buckets?
Yeah, I kind of went to work on that. I'm not saying like him personally, but like,
But like their squad?
yeah. And,
Bro,
yeah.
I couldn't imagine a 14, like just knowing who I was at 14, being able to compete at anything at the varsity level.
Really.
Bro, although
Were
I
you
was
talking,
big.
Were you talking a lot of shit back then? No shit.
I mean, in my age group, yeah, like in AAU,
Yeah.
I go talk because my coaches was wild back in the day.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, my coach was.
This is
super
Gary,
crazy.
where like they're.
No, this is Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
And like my coach.
I'd be like, man,
was-
Emmanuel Lewis, if you get your ass over here, I'm gonna get you.
No, it was crazy. Growing up, I used to talk a lot of crazy stuff. Though.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you have anything that's like the worst thing you ever said? That you for a little thing that comes to mind, or
Come
you
on,
just said
man.
crazy shit?
Don't be
Yeah, I was just
PG-13.
saying crazy shit for real. It was nothing.
Do you know
too
he told a
crazy.
9-year-old kid to shut the fuck up?
No, I didn't.
You must
say-
have been on like Fortnite or something crazy.
No,
That's
it was-
crazy.
I didn't tell him that.
You
We went
looked
over
at a
the story.
9-year-old in the face. You said, "Listen here, you shit.
That's you."
Shut the fuck up."
No, I didn't. It was Charlotte,
That's crazy.
and I told him, "Don't be a brat."
You remember the wrestlers? I don't know if you're a wrestler. You remember like the heels that would come in and they'd look at the kids and be like, you know,
Yeah.
like that's him, bro, all the time. That's heel George.
Did you tell a story about New Orleans when we was going after two dudes?
Oh yeah. So
What?
on my last Instagram post, it's me. I'm pointing at some dude in New Orleans.
Okay.
And DG's laughing while he's pointing because everyone courtside just. Body shaming. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna look into the camera. Body
Yeah,
shaming
give us
has
the
really
real.
become a thing. And if you guys don't understand that you could really hurt someone's feelings if you try and body shame them, but not me. I'm
You're-
like the
you're-
gladiator of the body
doesn't bother
shaming.
you at
Like,
all.
You're
Yeah.
Iron Man. Oh shit.
And so in New Orleans, some guy tried to say something like, you're fat, and then I was like, went off and like scored like 6 points in a row, and I was like tried to do like the LeBron, like this is your fault.
Yeah, I love that.
Those 6 points were your
Facts.
fault.
He was
And
going
he backed
crazy.
me up. Twitter
Yeah.
backed me up.
It's hard. Like I can relate to one thing of just having people like, I'm on the internet. I have like a little bit of a following. So when I post a picture, people have, or a video, people have free reign to say wild shit.
Yeah.
And I thought I was secure. And then someone said that they have nightmares about my teeth. And that hurt me.
Dang.
Bad. I also
Really?
didn't know I had a small chin. I have a very small chin, which I didn't know. I knew I was chubby, but I didn't know I had a small chin, and so I can relate to the body shaming thing. But I think I grew up a little bit. Speaking of glow up, let's go to this guy right here, Mr. Bang Bang Yang, also with the flavor saver. What's with that?
No. It's the Bermuda Triangle. I had swag.
Okay.
I had swag back then.
I like
What
that
year
one.
is this?
This was my junior year of high school. I was just y'all just out here grinding. I'm just out here schminding, man.
Who are you playing for right here?
This is BABC first year of the EYBL.
Okay,
Darius,
okay.
I don't know if you know, but I'm happy to fill you in that I was a part of the core group that started the EYBL. So I was walking so you could fly.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I did it
definitely
for
flew.
you.
That's real, bro.
If there's
That
any
is.
way that you could possibly Venmo me,
like
I don't even have
8% of
Venmo
that.
anymore.
Yeah.
I deleted my Venmo.
No, dude, I said that. I can't imagine what's that like for you guys. You guys go out like and your bills, you don't Venmo those, but you can't Venmo that.
No.
You know?
no, I would just say the American Express credit card has got me through a lot of tough times.
Yeah.
And it's also caused a lot of drama. I can only imagine for you, because we'll wrap this up after we talk about this, but you know, you signed one of the biggest deals, or the biggest deal ever, as a Cavalier.
Tough.
And you know, we talked to Tyrese Halliburton before about this.
That's cheese over there.
Yeah,
some cheese.
both of you. But just, you know, not the pressures, but you know, kind of the realization that it's like, okay, this, you know, organization is investing in me, and what does that feel like, and how do you take your day-by-day process to kind of meet the expectations for yourself, but also the fan base and, you know, the organization and what they want for you?
I mean, it's really I just go in with a positive mindset, to be honest. Well, I try to a lot.
Yeah, no, it's not easy.
So, I mean, just knowing the organization has put a lot of trust behind me and like just really believe in me, and as a player and as a person, just to represent the organization, like even outside of Cleveland, like how to represent myself, my family, and this organization. So it's super cool just having that on my back. It's not really any pressure for me. I mean, I think I've been going through it damn near all my life.
Yeah.
Like just having a target on my back and like trying to be that guy. So, I mean, I think it's cool, to be honest with you, just being one of the faces of this organization. And I mean, it's pretty hard to surpass somebody and a couple other guys that's been around in this organization. But
of course.
I mean, just try to make my own legacy and just try to make my own family proud.
What was a cooler moment for you, when you got drafted or when that deal came through? Because obviously, like, they're both life-changing.
Yeah.
But one is, like, really, really life-changing, too. So
The deal, for sure.
the deal, yeah.
Yeah, signing that black on that white is
Crazy.
crazy, boy, I tell you.
Mine.
I just from my experience, I'm a little bit older, obviously, like, you hit these moments in life, and for me, it's more like kids, right? Where it's like you
The high school championship.
yeah.
Scoring 34 points in a men's league.
Yeah, 34. I don't know if you know this, but I did score 34 points in a men's league, and it was a running clock, which is really good. It's
That's
like 70
actually
points.
tough.
Yeah, I'm nice.
Yeah, that's
for an
tough.
old fat white guy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough though.
But actually not that nice. I get streaky. But what I was going to say is, like, these big moments, they don't really hit you right away. How long did it take till you really were like, oh shit, I signed a fucking max contract? Was there like a moment, or like something that you bought, or like was there a moment where you're like, oh shit, this is real, like this isn't a dream anymore?
When I signed,
That it hit you
I mean,
right there.
like I had a conversation with Kobe and like everybody,
Yeah.
like a week before,
Yeah.
and then I waited till Vegas to sign, like in person. So I went to Summer League to sign.
Dope.
And
So you knew it was
So
coming.
you was,
I knew
were
it
you
was
getting on the
coming.
plane like,
Boy, what? I'm like, oh yeah, we had trays every night. No, I'm joking. No, I was just like, man, I just want to put this ink to paper. Really,
Yeah.
like I was just super excited about signing.
and then
That's
when you
dope.
think about it, like, since that's happened, like, it's tough to rebuild when like a mega superstar like LeBron James leaves.
Yes.
And you kind of rebuild, and then, you know, you sign your deal and you guys make the play-in the next year, right? From
Yeah.
being a team that went from like rebuilding, and then the playoffs last year, and then the playoffs this year. So it's like, people can say what they want, but you know, when you sign guys to be your, you know, max player, and you can get there to the playoffs, like, you're living up to your end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Like, now, you know, what's next for Darius? Like, what do you want for yourself? Is that, you know, is that still a championship? Is that all NBA? How does that look for you?
Championship, All NBA. That's really my main two,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. And another contract, of course.
Yeah, of course, obviously, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
so-
hey, he didn't play for free in college, and he's
Yeah.
not going to play for free anywhere else.
I played free for college.
Yeah, for a few games at least. It must be
Cool,
cool.
man, but 3 games. He
10
tied his shoe and was like, I'm good.
It was like, you have a 12-page paper due. My knee. I can't
It was
do
over
it.
with. Man.
It's got to be cool though to to clearly have faced some adversity in your life and like just continuously face that adversity and get through it. And that it's cool to see from afar, Mick. So congrats on that.
Appreciate
on a great
you.
career.
We commend you on that. And I don't like to get too serious with you, but it's admirable to see and talk about your journey and see where you've come from and where you're going. And I'm excited that I could be here in Cleveland with you because we're going to do some great things.
Playoffs, yo, that was
Yes,
nice.
sir.
Bro. I like when you get
Right. You never get serious, bro. Get serious one
bro. We
time.
need more serious George, bro.
Exactly.
With that being said, me and Kevin would like to thank you for coming out and being on the Bench Sheet podcast, coming over here to the Black Valve Coliseum. You didn't have to do this, but
Yeah,
I
we really
appreciate y'all
appreciate
for
that,
having
man.
me.
thank you for coming
And
on,
from
bro.
me to you guys, good luck on the playoffs. Go do your thing Saturday. You got who gives a shit? Doesn't matter.
Orlando.
Damn.
No, so go do your thing. It's going to be awesome to watch from afar. And thank you so much for jumping on with us.
Thanks for having me, man.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Bye.